Alright, welcome back everybody to another new weather video. So today's weather video is that um bird that we've had some crazy weather over the past day or so. We have ongoing full flooding ongoing in this general area. We have severe thunderstorm watches and warnings going on over here. Um Uh, yes, we have some little bit of weather going on over here. We still have ongoing uh, fire weather going on over here, and we have some winter weather going on over here, and some colder weather going on over here. Some windy conditions up in the mountains there. So yeah, and then there was a little bit of a giant fire. Uh, there was a giant fire near Naples today, Florida. So there's that. If we go over to Guam, it's not actually updating, but there is a big typhoon hitting here. Um, there's a giant typhoon hitting. Luckily, it's going to go just to the north of the island, but yeah. So we got there's that going on. So here's right now. They put out a small slight risk area here because we did get some supercells that raced across here that did some tornado. There was some tornado damage across here. They did leave the enhanced risk there for damaging winds and hail. I don't know. There was not like too many big tornadoes here today. So, but they did extend that slight risk more towards this general area, because of the fact that there's a line that's going to pop up here and it's going to race across here. So and then we get that marginal risk all across here because of what's going on over here. We have that marginal risk all around here because of the fact that any storm that pops up could turn severe, because the gradients are right for it. So, they did put out that strong tornado risk across here. They did upgrade this area to a 5% chance because of the tornadoes that were there today. We do have a strong potential for strong to violent tornadoes across here, with that 10% risk being issued there for today. Uh, so just regular winds, nothing, no, there's no intensity being going on here. So there's that, and then we have hail. We have we have very large hail right in this corridor, and very large hail right in this corridor today. So yeah, there's that. And then tomorrow's going to be an interesting day. They've already put out a enhanced risk for severe weather with a very large slight risk. So there's that. So if you're wondering this sector right here, what is going to play in here is that dry front again. We'll see if the storms actually initiate or not. Right up here is going to be the warm front. Warm front is going to be the key player for this area right here. So they've already put out a 10% right up in there already today. No SIG 2 yet, but I have a feeling they may put that out. Don't know yet. Depends on how the weather in the morning is going to be. So, but we have a 10% chance for tornadoes, which that does include there's a very huge area of a possibility of seeing large violent tornadoes, including here for the Oklahoma area. We could see large violent tornadoes across here too. So including that 5% chance for Oklahoma City. So these are the two areas to be looking out for any kind of weather. And then the rest of this area is under, they could see regular tornadoes possibilities. So wind risk, it doesn't look to be a key factor, but we do have that 15% chance of seeing wind damage. But there's not a big wind driven risk tomorrow. But we do have that shaded area right in here for very large hail, including that 30% chance of seeing very large hail. So yeah, there's that. So there's all that risk going on for tomorrow. Then we have a slight risk going on again for your Wednesday. Slight risk with a very, very expandable marginal risk for severe weather. Probabilities of seeing significant weather is going to be right up in here. I would not be surprised if they extend that to about in here, to right in there too. So we'll see what happens. I would see a little bit of an extension right up in here too. So we'll see what happens. We have to wait and see. So there's your risk on that. And we have Friday's severe weather risk still up in this general area. We don't know any details or anything on that yet, but we do have a area of concern for severe weather. So that is your slight risk for that. So I didn't. So right now, as you guys can see here, right up in here, you have your severe weather right in there, and you have your severe weather more in that general area. So yeah, there's that, and here's your moisture plume getting thrown up in here. Your Gulf moisture plumbed in there. We do have an area of low pressure sitting about right there, with your dry front and your warm front sitting about right there. Like I said, tomorrow we'll have to figure out this area and this area to see where these two will set boundaries at, and see how much cloud cover these two areas leave. I have a feeling this will move out. That'll move out. That'll move down this way eventually. So once these two clear out down towards this direction, we'll see how clear it is out towards this direction. If it's very clear, we're these areas are gonna be in deep trouble. So we'll have to wait and see for that. So all right, we're on the GFS model. All right, here we go. Let's go to, yeah. All right, we're on the 00Z. So why aren't we on this? All right, here we go. So this is pretty much right now. All the storms are congealing into a line. The storms that popped up like right here are now over here, and here's your supercells that popped up here. So it's probably a few hours old now. So this is right now. Pretty much the storms right here are going to eventually die out, and we're gonna eventually have your line right up in here, detailing across the Midwest. So once that clears out, we'll get we'll likely we'll likely get enough clearing, but eventually this whole entire area will make it to the northeast, congeal into a line. So, no, it's not no derecho because it doesn't support it. But this area, we're gonna have to watch for major supercell development here, as you can see here. And then we got Wednesday. Wednesday not looking good. I wouldn't be surprised if they put a enhanced risk out for Wednesday. So, but yeah, eventually these congeal into a line too. But right now this area is looking very concerning. We got some storms firing off down towards the dry front right here. The dry front being right there. Right in here, we'll just have to figure out and see where these outflow boundaries set up at. So yeah. But I think right in here could be a very interesting point for tornadic supercells. But I think right here is your warm front. Yeah, right here is going to be right there is going to be where your warm front is, and right in here is going to be your dry front. So your low pressure system will probably sit out right in there. And that's where I have a feeling it'll be. So then right in here we're gonna have right there is where your supercells are gonna be forming at. But we might get these discrete supercells that might produce those very large hailstones and that tornado risk. So, and then we got Wednesday with a leftover moisture for tomorrow's severe weather, and then Wednesday severe weather risk shows a very much so this being in play. I wouldn't be surprised if they put out a enhanced risk right in here. Which if that's the case, they may just they may put out a slight risk like that with an enhanced risk being somewhere like that. So we'll see what happens. So yeah. Thursday, I don't know why they don't have it. That Triple HR is actually showing very intense severe weather, squall lines and everything. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. But I don't know why they don't have it. But we're going to get this dry line figure right up in here in the warm front convergence. So I don't know. We'll see what happens on Thursday, but it doesn't look good for Thursday either. So yeah, that's pretty much what that's all showing. So I can only go up to Thursday for right now. So if you haven't yet, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow with another new video. Peace.